channel. Guys, Binance got caught red-handed, and it has to do with the ongoing battle. This is all real, so listen up. In Wiltshire, a man named Justin Sun has been unloading a ton of Ethereum. Oh, this must be a forewarning, men, of what's to come. Indeed, I am puzzled as to why. It could be related to whatever Black Swan event happened this morning, right? Guys, I really don't know. But there's no reason to be alarmed because somebody always finds out. Right? Someone always knows there's always an inside deal happening, folks, right? Wants to witness an odd trade, so if we see specific founders of certain currencies, it's simply Tron dumping Ethereum, by the way. 4 days from now, on June 6th, SEC used or sued coin will have expired unless a trader opens a fresh $50 weekly put position on the Coinbase on June 5, 2023, when the price is only $7,107,000 and there are 90% OTF. A gain of 2,500% was made on those deals. The trader multiplied $100,000 into the millions. When they are buying or selling, someone is always in the know. That's for a good reason, trust me. Why don't we discuss Binance and the global war scenario as it stands right now? Let's see if we can get everyone here to back Binance. Maybe it's not necessary to anymore. Why? Watching today's Hamas strikes on Israel, keep in mind that Ben made light of the fact that Nance helped support them. What the? Nance allegedly knew it was facilitating unlawful conduct, notably with the Islamic militant group Hamas, despite CFTC warnings about the Bahamas. According to the lawsuit, Lim told a co-worker in February 2018 that the T's normally send modest sums because sending large sums constituted money laundering, to which the co-worker replied, "You can barely buy an AK-47 with $600. Wow. I have to go now. Now that it's in, there's no way to win. What the heck is going on over here?" Threats against Binance, and they are directly funding current attacks. Because, really, they're trading on Binance and the T is just a display here, guys. Right. If I understand this correctly, Hamas only supplied tiny amounts of money rather than huge ones, since sending large amounts would have been considered money laundering. So, they give modest amounts, like $600, but when one of their co-workers made a joke about it, the other one answered, "You can hardly buy a weapon with $600. It's clear that they kept sending such transactions, which added up to quite a bit of money, despite the fact that each one was just around $600. Guys and basically Bonus laughed about it and said, "Oh, why said that basketball portion of a transaction if you can't even buy a weapon with it, which is that right there, wow, God that's crazy." Explanation, please. What I've done here, guys, if you back Nance, you back what's occurring now. Tether essentially let them launder $880 million through their bank account, so you're right there. Right? Which, by the way, we're about to discuss in detail, so here's the real deal. Excellent report, rip it up. Please keep this in mind. Abundance, the scars have been discussed ad nauseum, but only because they are the finest. What do? Just the craziest thing ever. Right? Transfer the S-coin from Cassini to Olympus. Internally. B-News. Several officials, employees, and agents have come forward to admit that the Bonus platform has enabled some type of unlawful activity. And Lim admitted in a February 2020 chat, like come on, about specific botnets customers, including customers from Russia. They've come to the city seeking murder and Nance quotations. Yes, we do know the awful exists, but we choose to ignore it. It's impossible to make up such details. Employees at B-News were alarmed to discover such dealings were taking place, and that Russian customers were among them. The witnesses claimed that this was explicitly stated, adding, come on, they're here for crime, right? The other individual agreed that when horrible things happen, we close both eyes to them. Therefore, they are oblivious to the events unfolding. They do, but it's the weirdest one ever. Oh, wow. Binance, a cryptocurrency exchange, recently assisted Iranian firms in trading $8 billion in cryptocurrency, despite sanctions. If the financial industry is as terrible as it seems, then one can only wonder what the powers that be in space are like. Oh wow. Indeed, B-News. Am I guys not seeing finances? So my thoughts are racing because the game plan is this: Binance to aid specific groups and countries, which transactions and funded it, by the way, because they could have stopped these things from happening. In short, they engaged in activities like money laundering and the like, as well as the siphoning of funds and, of course, the aiding of these organizations, because the story of war is brewing or accelerating. When will this occur? It appears as though the CFTC has acknowledged the CFTC's finding that wait just a minute till the Department of Justice comes through, which has infuriated the American public. That's really terrible, fellas. Right? In reality, these are acts of criminality. I'm confused. Can anyone else see what's going on? Who are you? You Spacey. All the guys are 100% on the same page as far as eye contact is concerned. Now, whatever of your opinion on the intricate geopolitical circumstances in the region, a lot of people got it wrong when the B-News dialogue first made the rounds and concluded that Hamas was not a T group. Today's attack was an act of terror, and the fact that they were able to transfer funds is no laughing matter, especially considering that what happened at Nantes facilitated the very kinds of transactions they had the means to prevent. What a weird moment we're living in, guys. If you think violence is terrible, I'm sorry to break it to you, but wait, what about Tether? Tether banking for criminals and T's by criminals, like Bitfinex, helped Hamas launder almost $80 million, right? The Wall Street Journal reports that a new account, one of dozens set up in Turkey, has been used by Tether and Bitfinex. You can't make this stuff up, but the Justice Department claims in one of the documents that the account in question was used to launder funds raised by a Hamas affiliate. Is this what we mean when we refer to we? Do I have to go now? Completely satisfied. It would appear that the story has been shattered to the point that both Tether and B-News fall apart simultaneously. They all seem to belong to the same group, but what if America is actually supporting Heather? It's like a five-dimensional checkers game, right guys? Oh, let me explain something. Everything that has happened thus far has led up to this one last thing. When the final curtain falls on the new financial system, this narrative attempt to usher in crypto laws will have served its purpose. Maybe I'm just projecting my own bias here. Right? Money and ties to the old world can survive in the new. If they do, however, we will know that the new financial system is not healthy for humanity after all. Can't you see? In 2021, the Justice Department will have foiled a terror financing operation that converted Bitcoin donations into fiat cash, and that's what counts. Wow. Donations to your organization in cryptocurrency will be converted to fiat cash as soon as possible. Once again, they will employ all of these storylines and currency attacks until new rules are introduced. More than $80 million in transactions were processed through accounts at Bitfinex, which the operation is suspected of using as part of its money transfer operations. Records, court records, and others acquainted with the matter, as well as this very article, suggest that I'm going to leave the link in the show notes for you guys. But it seems like a bad idea if you're into both finance and tethering. Right? Or, instead, something heroic to support their cause. Just my opinion. Binance is a money laundering platform, as evidenced by the fact that the company has been hit by a wave of negative publicity after admitting that it had laundered funds for various criminal organizations. I went to CZ and had my account stopped because Tiger Global had been exposed by Nance, and now he knows I blocked them. Finally, it's possible that what we're about to witness is what the jargon designates as a collapse moment. Because, fellas, this graph from 2020 onwards looks quite familiar, especially from 2020 to 2023. Here we are, just before the year 223 happens, shortly before the year 2020 happened. Is it possible? Maybe not, but I'm not sure. But this seems suspiciously similar, no? If this occurs, we must maintain a position of support near $20,000? No. We need to protect the 20,000 level, but it's possible that it could drop to the 17,000s. You heard it correctly, dudes, and that spells doom for altcoins, which failed to even inflate when Bitcoin failed to reach its goal. Many of these developments suggest that we are closing in on our goal. It's all over today. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you in the next one, bye.